On Christmas morning, I found texts from another woman on my husband's phone. I had 60 seconds to decide what to do next. The phone screen glowed against the white sheets. Emma's thumb moved before her mind caught up. She'd reached for her own device, grabbed his instead. The unlock happened automatically, muscle memory of a year of shared passcodes. A notification banner sat at the top, a message preview, not a name she recognized. "Merry Christmas, baby. Can't wait to see you later." The timestamp read 6:47 a.m., 20 minutes ago. Emma's hand went still. The phone stayed lit in her palm, waiting for her to do something. Swipe away, open it, put it down. She opened it. The message thread stretched back weeks, months maybe. She didn't scroll to find the beginning. Her eyes caught fragments as she moved through them. Pet names, plans, a photo she didn't open. Another message from this morning, sent after the first one. "Wear what I bought you." Her breath came shallow. The bedroom was dark, except for the screen and the faint gray light starting to show around the curtains. Christmas morning. They were supposed to sleep in. Marcus was beside her, his breathing steady and slow. She set the phone down on his nightstand, exactly where it had been. Then she stood and walked to the bathroom, closing the door before turning on the light. The mirror showed her face, but she didn't look long. She turned on the shower. Hot water would cover the sound if she needed it to. The kitchen was empty when she came downstairs. She dressed in yesterday's jeans and a sweater she pulled from the closet floor. Her hair was still damp. The coffee maker was programmable. She'd set it last night before bed, something to wake up to. The carafe was full now, steam rising from the spout. She poured a cup and held it between both hands. The tree stood in the corner of the living room, visible through the doorway. Presents underneath it, wrapped in cream and gold paper. She'd stayed up late on the 23rd to finish them. Marcus had come home after midnight, kissed her forehead, said something about a late meeting. Footsteps on the stairs. She didn't turn around. "You're up early?" His voice was rough with sleep. She heard him cross the kitchen, heard the cabinet open, another mug. Couldn't sleep. He came up beside her, poured his own coffee. His hand touched her lower back. "Want to open presents?" She looked at him then. He was smiling, his hair sticking up on one side. He wore the gray shirt she'd given him last Christmas. The fabric was worn thin at the collar. "Sure." He leaned in to kiss her. She turned her head slightly. His lips caught her cheek instead. "You okay?" "Fine, just tired." He studied her face for a moment. Then he nodded, picked up his mug, and headed toward the living room. "I'll start the fire." She stayed in the kitchen. Through the doorway, she watched him kneel by the fireplace, arranging kindling and logs. His movements were efficient, practiced. He'd done this every Christmas morning since they'd moved in together. Her phone buzzed in her pocket. She pulled it out. A text from her mother. "Merry Christmas, sweetheart. See you at 2?" Emma typed back, "See you at 2." She deleted the message thread immediately after sending. Then she opened her browser and searched for divorce lawyers in the city. She bookmarked 3 firms, cleared her history, and put the phone away. Marcus called from the living room. "Emma? Fire's going." She walked to the doorway but didn't go in. "I need to make a call." He looked up from where he sat on the floor, surrounded by wrapped boxes. "Now? It's Christmas." "Work thing. Won't take long." "On Christmas morning?" She was already walking toward the stairs. 5 minutes. In the bedroom, she closed the door and sat on the edge of the bed. His phone was still on the nightstand. She picked it up, unlocked it again, and opened the message thread. The woman's name was listed as Nicole. She scrolled up. The messages went back to September, 4 months. The photo was from 2 weeks ago, a restaurant Emma recognized. Marcus had said he was at a work dinner that night. She took screenshots, one after another, moving methodically through the conversation. Then she texted them to herself from his phone and deleted the sent messages from his thread. Her own phone buzzed with each incoming image. She saved them to a locked folder, then deleted the texts. When she came back downstairs, Marcus was holding a small wrapped box. "This one has your name on it." She sat on the couch. He handed her the box and sat beside her. The wrapping paper tore easily. Inside was a jewelry box. She opened it. A necklace, white gold, delicate chain, small diamond pendant. "Do you like it?" He was watching her face. "It's beautiful." "Here." He took it from the box, moved behind her, and fastened it around her neck. His fingers brushed her skin. "Perfect." She touched the pendant. It was cold against her chest. "Your turn." She handed him the largest box under the tree. He opened it carefully, peeling back the tape instead of tearing. Inside was a leather briefcase she'd spent 2 weeks choosing. His initials were monogrammed on the front. "Emma." He ran his hand over the leather. "This is incredible. I know you needed a new one." He set it aside and pulled her toward him. She let him kiss her this time. His hand cupped the back of her head. When he pulled away, he was smiling. "I love you." The words sat in the air between them. She felt them waiting, needing a response. "I love you too."
Her mother's house smelled like cinnamon and roasted meat. Emma stood in the entryway, unwinding her scarf. Marcus was behind her, holding a bottle of wine and a gift bag. "There you are." Her mother appeared from the kitchen, wiping her hands on a towel. She hugged Emma, then Marcus. "Merry Christmas. Come in, come in." The living room was full. Emma's sister, Rachel, sat on the couch with her husband, Tom. Their 2 kids were on the floor, surrounded by torn wrapping paper and new toys. Emma's father stood by the window, talking to Rachel's father-in-law. Emma moved through the room, hugging everyone, accepting Merry Christmases and compliments on the necklace Marcus had given her. She kept her face arranged in the right expression. Smile when expected, laugh at her nephew's joke about Santa, admire the sweater her sister was wearing. Marcus fit easily into the chaos. He joined her father by the window, accepted a beer, started talking about something work-related. Emma watched him from across the room. He laughed at something her father said, clapped him on the shoulder. "Emma?" Her mother touched her elbow. "Can you help me in the kitchen?" The kitchen was warm and crowded with dishes. Her mother handed her a bowl of green beans and a serving spoon. "You seem quiet today." "Just tired." Emma started transferring the beans to a serving dish. "Everything okay with Marcus?" Emma's hands stopped moving. "Why would you ask that?" "No reason. You just seem—" Her mother paused, searching for the word. "Distant." "I'm fine. We're fine." Her mother didn't look convinced, but she nodded and turned back to the stove. "Can you tell everyone dinner's ready?" Dinner was loud. Conversation overlapped, dishes were passed, wine was poured. Emma sat between Marcus and Rachel, eating without tasting anything. Marcus's hand rested on her knee under the table. She wanted to move it. She didn't. "So, when are you 2 going to give me more grandchildren?" Her mother was looking at Emma and Marcus with a hopeful smile. Emma felt everyone's attention shift to her. She reached for her water glass. Marcus answered before she could. "Soon, hopefully. We've been talking about it." They hadn't been talking about it, not in months. Rachel jumped in with a story about potty training, and the attention moved away. Emma excused herself to the bathroom. She locked the door and sat on the closed toilet lid. Her phone was in her hand before she realized she'd pulled it out. She opened the folder where she'd saved the screenshots. "Can't stop thinking about last night. You're incredible. I need you." The messages blurred together. She closed the folder and opened her email instead. She composed a new message to the first law firm she'd bookmarked. "I'd like to schedule a consultation regarding a divorce, available this week if possible." She sent it before she could change her mind. A knock on the door. "Emma, you okay?" Rachel's voice. Emma flushed the toilet, ran the water, opened the door. "Yeah, fine." Rachel was leaning against the hallway wall. She studied Emma's face. "You look like you're going to throw up. Too much wine. You've had half a glass." Emma moved past her, heading back toward the dining room. Rachel caught her arm. "What's going on?" "Nothing. Don't lie to me." Emma looked at her sister. Her face was concerned, gentle. Emma felt something crack inside her chest. "Not here," Emma whispered. Rachel nodded. After dinner, upstairs.
Rachel's old bedroom was exactly the same. Band posters on the walls, a bulletin board covered in photos from high school, a shelf full of swimming trophies. Emma sat on the twin bed while Rachel closed the door and sat beside her. "Okay, talk." Emma pulled out her phone and handed it to Rachel without saying anything. Rachel scrolled through the screenshots, her face hardening with each image. "How long have you known?" "Since this morning. Found his phone, saw a message." "Jesus, Emma." "I already contacted a lawyer." Rachel looked up. "Good. What do you need?" "I don't know yet. I needed someone else to know." Rachel put her arm around Emma's shoulders. Emma let herself lean against her sister. She felt tired all the way through. "Are you going to confront him?" "Eventually. Not today." "What are you going to do today?" "Finish dinner, go home, act normal." "You don't have to go home with him." "I do. I need to figure out," Emma gestured vaguely, "everything. Money, the house, what I'm going to do." "You can stay with us." "I know." They sat in silence. Downstairs, Emma could hear her nephew's voice, high and excited. Someone laughed. "How long do you think it's been going on?" asked Rachel. "The messages go back to September, but I don't know if that's when it started." "Have there been others?" "I don't know that either." Rachel's grip on her shoulder tightened. "I never liked him that much anyway." Emma almost smiled. "You told me he was a catch." "I lied to be supportive." This time Emma did smile, just a little. "Thanks." "Do you want to leave now? I can tell everyone you're not feeling well." Emma shook her head. "I'll finish dinner. It's Christmas. Mom went to all that trouble." "Mom will understand." "I'll finish dinner," Emma repeated. They went back downstairs together. Marcus was helping clear the table. He smiled when he saw Emma, gestured to her empty seat. "Saved your spot. Mom's bringing out pie." Emma sat down. Rachel sat across from her, her face carefully neutral. Pie was served, coffee was poured. Her father proposed a toast to family. Everyone raised their glasses. Emma raised hers too, watched Marcus over the rim as he drank. He caught her looking and winked. She looked away.
The drive home was dark and quiet. Marcus drove, one hand on the wheel, the other resting on the center console. Emma watched the streetlights pass overhead, white, then dark, then white again. "Your mom went all out this year," Marcus said. "She always does." "You were quiet at dinner." "Was I?" "Rachel kept looking at you." Emma's stomach tightened. "We're fine." "You sure?" "Yes." He reached over and took her hand. She let him, felt his thumb move over her knuckles. It was a gesture that used to make her feel safe. "I was thinking," Marcus said, "maybe we should go away for New Year's, just the two of us. That resort in Colorado you liked?" "Maybe." "I can book it tomorrow. Get a cabin with a hot tub?" "Sure." He glanced at her. "You don't sound excited." "I'm tired. It's been a long day." "Okay." He squeezed her hand. "We'll talk about it tomorrow." They pulled into the driveway. The house was dark except for the porch light Emma had left on. Marcus parked and cut the engine. Inside, Emma went straight upstairs. She changed into sweatpants and a t-shirt, washed her face, brushed her teeth. Marcus came in as she was getting into bed. "You getting sick?" He touched her forehead. "Just exhausted." "Okay, I'll let you sleep." He kissed her temple, then went back downstairs. Emma heard the TV turn on, voices and music, something with a laugh track. She pulled the blanket up to her chin and stared at the ceiling. Her phone buzzed. Rachel. "You okay?" Emma typed back, "Fine. Home now. Call me tomorrow. I will. Emma set the phone on the nightstand and closed her eyes. She didn't expect to sleep, but exhaustion pulled her under anyway. She woke to darkness and the sound of Marcus moving around the room. She kept her eyes closed, her breathing steady. He was quiet, careful not to wake her. She heard him set something down, heard the rustle of clothes. Then the bathroom door closed and the shower turned on. She reached for his phone. It was on the nightstand, plugged in to charge. She unlocked it. 2 new messages from Nicole. Thank you for today. I loved every second. Already counting down until next time. Emma's hands shook. She took another screenshot, sent it to herself, deleted it from his phone, then put it back exactly where it had been. The shower turned off. She closed her eyes again and forced herself to breathe evenly. Marcus got into bed beside her. She felt him settle, felt his breathing slow. Within minutes, he was asleep. Emma lay awake in the dark, listening to him breathe.
The law office was on the 14th floor of a glass building downtown. Emma sat in the waiting area, filling out an intake form. Name, date of birth, address, married how long, assets, children. She left the children line blank. A woman appeared in the doorway. Emma Callahan? Emma stood and followed her down a hallway into a corner office. The woman gestured to a chair across from a large desk. I'm Patricia Wolfe. Thank you for coming in. She sat down, opened a folder, and scanned the information Emma had filled out. So, you're looking to file for divorce? Yes. How long have you been married? 3 years. Together for 5. Any children? No. Shared assets? A house, joint bank accounts. He has retirement accounts, investments. I am not sure of all the details. Patricia made notes on a legal pad. Has he been made aware you're considering divorce? No, not yet. Okay, what's the primary reason for the divorce? He's having an affair. Patricia looked up. Do you have proof? Emma pulled out her phone and opened the folder with the screenshots. She handed the phone to Patricia. Patricia scrolled through them, her expression neutral. How did you obtain these? His phone. He doesn't know I saw them. When did you discover this? Christmas morning. 2 days ago? Yes. Patricia handed the phone back. These are helpful. We can use them to establish grounds. Do you want to pursue a fault-based divorce? What's the difference? In a fault-based divorce, you're stating that the divorce is due to his misconduct. It can affect the distribution of assets, particularly if you can prove he used marital funds to support the affair. He took her to dinner. I recognized the restaurant in one of the photos. Did he use a joint credit card? I don't know. I can check. Patricia wrote something down. Do that. Also look for any other evidence of spending, hotels, gifts, trips, anything you can document. Emma nodded. Do you have somewhere safe to stay if you need to leave? My sister's. Good. Keep that option available. Once you tell him you want a divorce, you don't know how he'll react. He's not violent. You'd be surprised what people do when they're cornered. Emma felt cold. Okay. They spent the next 40 minutes going over details. Patricia asked questions about finances, about Marcus's job, about the house, about Emma's own employment. Emma was a freelance graphic designer, working from home. Her income was inconsistent, less than Marcus's. That could work in your favor for spousal support, especially if you've been together 5 years. I don't want his money. You're entitled to it. You've been building a life together. That has value. Emma didn't respond. Patricia closed her folder. Here's what I recommend. Document everything you can. Spending, messages, any other evidence. Open a bank account in your own name and start transferring money for your own security. Don't tell him what you're doing yet. When you're ready to have the conversation, do it in a safe place with someone nearby. After that, we can file immediately. How long does it take? Depends. If he contests it, if there are disputes over assets, it could take months. If it's uncontested, we can move faster. And if I just want out, then we make it as simple as possible. Emma stood.
Thank you. Patricia walked her to the door. Emma, take care of yourself through this. It's going to be harder than you think. Emma nodded and left.
The bank was bright and cold. Emma sat across from a representative, filling out paperwork to open a new checking account, solely in her name. "Will you be transferring funds from another account?" the representative asked. "Yes, half of what's in our joint account." "We can process that today." Emma signed the forms. The representative typed on her computer, efficient and impersonal. Within 20 minutes, it was done. "Your debit card will arrive in 7 to 10 business days." Emma left the bank and sat in her car in the parking lot. She pulled out her phone and opened their joint account. Marcus hadn't checked it yet. She transferred exactly half the balance to her new account, then cleared the browser history. Her phone rang. Marcus. She let it ring 3 times before answering. "Hey. Hey, where are you?" "Running errands. Why?" "Just wondering. Thought we could grab lunch." "I already ate." "Oh, okay." He sounded disappointed. "When will you be home?" "Couple hours." "See you then. Love you." "Love you too." She ended the call and sat staring at the phone in her hand. The words had come automatically. She wondered when they'd stopped meaning anything. She drove to Rachel's house. Tom answered the door, holding their youngest on his hip. "Emma, hey, come in." "Is Rachel home?" "She's upstairs, going up." Rachel was folding laundry in the master bedroom. She looked up when Emma came in and immediately set down the shirt she was holding. "What happened?" "I saw the lawyer, and I opened my own bank account." Rachel crossed the room and hugged Emma. Emma let herself be held. "I'm proud of you," Rachel said. "It doesn't feel like something to be proud of." "It is. It takes courage to walk away." Emma pulled back. "I haven't walked away yet." "But you're going to." "Yes." Rachel sat on the bed and patted the space next to her. Emma sat. "When are you going to tell him?" "I don't know. Soon." "Do you want me to be there?" "No, I need to do it myself." "Call me right after." "I will." They sat in silence for a moment. Then Rachel said, "Do you still love him?" Emma thought about it. "I don't know. I love who I thought he was, but I don't know who he actually is." "That's fair." "I keep thinking about all the times he said he was working late or had a meeting or had to travel. How many of those were real?" "You can't torture yourself with that." "I know, but I can't stop." Rachel picked up the laundry and started folding again. Emma watched her hands move, creasing and smoothing. It was a simple, repetitive motion, comforting in its normalcy. "I should go," Emma said. "You can stay." "I know, but I should go." Rachel walked her to the door. "You have everything you need?" "I think so." "Text me when you tell him." "I will." Emma drove home slowly, taking the long way. The sky was gray and low, threatening snow. By the time she pulled into the driveway, the first flakes were starting to fall. Marcus's car was in the garage. She parked next to it and sat for a moment, gathering herself. Inside, Marcus was in the kitchen cooking something that smelled like garlic and onions. He smiled when he saw her. "Perfect timing. Dinner's almost ready." "Smells good." "Pasta, your favorite." She watched him move around the kitchen, stirring, tasting, adjusting. He was humming something under his breath. "Want some wine?" he asked. "No, thanks." "More for me, then." He poured himself a glass and took a sip. "How were your errands?" "Fine." "Get everything done?" "Most of it." He set 2 plates on the counter and started serving. Emma sat on one of the bar stools and watched. He handed her a plate and sat next to him with his own. "Dig in." She picked up her fork, but didn't eat. Marcus was already halfway through his first bite. "How's work going?" she asked. He swallowed. "Busy. Year-end is always crazy, but we're almost through it." "Any big meetings coming up?" "A few. Why?" She looked at him. "You're being weird." "I'm not." "You are. You've been weird since Christmas." "I'm fine." "Emma, He set down his fork. "Talk to me. What's going on?" She looked at him, at his face, his eyes, searching for something she used to see there. She couldn't find it. "Nothing," she said. "I'm just tired." He didn't look convinced, but he nodded and went back to eating. Emma forced herself to take a few bites. The pasta was good. She couldn't taste it. After dinner, Marcus went to his office to finish some work. Emma cleaned the kitchen, loading the dishwasher, wiping down the counters. Then she went upstairs and got into bed. She pulled out her phone and composed a text to Marcus, not to send now, just to have ready. "We need to talk. Tomorrow." She saved it as a draft.
Emma woke before Marcus. The house was silent and gray with early morning light. She got up, showered, dressed in jeans and a sweater. By the time Marcus came downstairs, she had coffee made and was sitting at the kitchen table. He poured himself a cup and sat across from her. "You're up early again." "We need to talk." His face changed, became wary. "Okay." She took a breath. "I know about Nicole." The kitchen went still. Marcus's hand froze halfway to his mouth with his coffee cup. "What?" "I saw the messages. On your phone. Christmas morning." He set the cup down carefully. "Emma, don't try to explain it away. I wasn't." "How long?" He closed his eyes. "Since September." "Are there others?" "No." "I don't believe you." "It's true, just her." Emma felt surprisingly calm. "I'm filing for divorce." Marcus's eyes opened. "Emma, please, we can work through this." "No." "I made a mistake. I'll end it. I'll do whatever you need." "I've already contacted a lawyer. I've already opened my own bank account. I've already decided." "When?" "When what?" "When did you decide?" "Christmas morning, the second I saw her message." He stood, started pacing. "This is crazy. You can't just throw away 3 years of marriage over one mistake." "One mistake?" Emma's voice stayed level. "You've been seeing her for 4 months. That's not one mistake. That's a choice you made over and over again." "I love you." "No, you don't." "I do. I swear I do." "You took her to dinner, the same restaurant where you proposed to me." Marcus stopped pacing. His face went pale. "Did you use our credit card?" Emma asked. He didn't answer. "Did you?" "Yes." "Then you used my money to take your mistress on dates." "Emma, I want you to leave. This is my house. It's our house, and I'm asking you to leave." "I'm not going anywhere." Emma stood. "Then I will." She walked to the stairs. Marcus followed her. "Emma, please, let's talk about this." "We are talking about it. I'm telling you, it's over." In the bedroom, she pulled a suitcase from the closet and started packing. Marcus stood in the doorway, watching. "Where are you going?" "Rachel's." "For how long?" "I don't know. Until I find my own place." She packed methodically. Clothes, toiletries, her laptop, important documents. Marcus didn't move from the doorway. "I'm sorry," he said quietly. She zipped the suitcase. "I know." "Does that matter at all?" "No." She picked up the suitcase and walked past him. He didn't try to stop her. At the front door, she paused. "My lawyer will be in touch about the divorce proceedings. Don't contact me unless it's through her." "Emma." She opened the door and walked out.
Rachel's guest room was small and painted pale blue. Emma unpacked her suitcase, hanging clothes in the closet, arranging her things on the dresser. Rachel appeared in the doorway with a cup of tea. "You told him?" "I told him." "How did he react?" "About how you'd expect. Denial, apologies, anger." Rachel handed her the tea. "You okay?" "I don't know." "That's fair." Emma sat on the bed. Rachel sat next to her. "I keep waiting to feel something, sad, angry, relieved, but I just feel empty. It'll hit eventually. Maybe." They sat in silence, sipping tea. downstairs, Emma could hear Tom talking to the kids, their voices high and happy. "How long can I stay?" Emma asked. "As long as you need. I'll start looking for my own place. There's no rush. I don't want to impose. You're not imposing, you're family." Emma's phone buzzed. She pulled it out. A text from Marcus. "Please call me. We need to talk." She deleted it without responding. "He's texting," Rachel said. "I'm not answering." Good. Emma's phone buzzed again. Another text from Marcus. "I'm not giving up on us." She blocked his number. "Done," she said. Rachel squeezed her shoulder. "Proud of you." Over the next few days, Emma fell into a routine. She woke early, helped Rachel with the kids, worked on design projects in the guest room, had dinner with Rachel's family. It was simple and predictable and safe. Patricia called on the third day. "Marcus's lawyer contacted me. He wants to negotiate." "What does that mean?" "He's willing to agree to an uncontested divorce if you'll consider mediation on the asset split." "I don't want to see him." "You wouldn't have to. The lawyers would handle it." "What's he asking for?" "He wants to keep the house. He's willing to buy out your share of the equity." Emma thought about the house. The kitchen where she'd made coffee that last morning, the bedroom where she'd found his phone, the life she'd built there that had turned out to be a lie. "Fine," she said. "He can have it." "Are you sure it's worth?" "I'm sure." "Okay. I'll draw up the agreement. Should have it ready for you to review by the end of the week." "Thank you." Emma ended the call and sat staring at her laptop screen. The design she'd been working on blurred in front of her eyes. Rachel knocked on the open door. "You okay?" "He wants the house." "What do you want?" "To be done with this." Rachel came in and closed the laptop. "Then let's get you done." The papers arrived by courier on a Tuesday afternoon. Emma signed them at Rachel's kitchen table while the courier waited. Then she handed them back and watched him leave. "That's it?" Rachel asked. "That's it." "How do you feel?" Emma thought about it. Free. The divorce would be final in 60 days. Marcus would keep the house. Emma would get half of the value of the equity, half of their joint savings, half of everything they'd built together. It was fair. It was more than fair. She spent those 60 days rebuilding. She found a small apartment downtown, 1 bedroom with good light. She signed a lease, bought furniture, made it hers. She took on more design clients, built up her portfolio, raised her rates. She spent evenings with Rachel's family, Sundays at her parents' house, quiet mornings alone with coffee and the newspaper. She didn't see Marcus, didn't hear from him. Their lawyers handled everything. On the day the divorce became final, Emma woke in her own bed in her own apartment. She made coffee, sat by the window, and watched the street below. People walked past, going about their lives. The world kept moving. Her phone rang. "Patricia." "It's official. You're legally divorced." "Thank you for everything. You did the hard part. I just did the paperwork." Emma ended the call and set the phone aside. She felt lighter than she had in months, maybe years. The necklace Marcus had given her for Christmas was in a drawer in her bedroom. She took it out, held it in her palm for a moment, then put it in a small box with other jewelry she never wore. Someday she might sell it, or give it away, or throw it out. It didn't matter. What mattered was that she was here, in this apartment, in this life she was building for herself. Alone, but not lonely. Free, and finally able to breathe. She finished her coffee, rinsed the cup, and opened her laptop. There was work to do, designs to finish, invoices to send, a life to keep building, and she was ready. If you enjoyed this story, like, follow, comment, and subscribe to Love Zone's Stories, where powerful stories unfold one moment at a time.